So we're at the airport getting ready to drop him off.
Yeah.
It's 9:28, so you still have they're not leaving till 12:30.
Yeah.
So you have 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit here for an hour and a half and smoke slowly and talk with you and then go inside. We're at the smoking location. It's very good. I just wish there were more locals around so we could have an actual talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that has been something that was lacking. Like, places where the locals take you to talk to the other locals, the town hall, if you will.
Yeah.
That was definitely lacking, like the strongest attribute.
At least the smoking area was right outside the door. We didn't have to walk down a mile.
Yeah.
Like on school campuses, you can't smoke usually on the whole campus.
Yeah, and you have to walk a huge distance. I hate it that they're making laws like that restrict people. I mean, I get it, cancer and such, but really? You know what I mean? Really? I lived with passive smokers who smoked 2 of these boxes a day each, both of them. And while I dislike the fact that it influenced my lungs, I was like, really, when they started to make the anti-tobacco laws, like, you really want to remove these people's source of joy, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm smoking tobacco as an homage to my parents, you know? Not like a family heirloom, but specifically an homage, you know?
Is that stronger, the cigarette, than the tobacco in the bong?
The bong is definitely stronger, but this is still quite strong. Good quality tobacco doesn't really burn, but you can really taste the nicotine because it's very clean.
What does nicotine itself taste like?
Very well fried iron.
Oh.
Like blood that you have really well fried. I wish the police officer would have come to talk to us because I'm so lonely. Nah, in America it's not common for civilians to associate with the police, and I can see why. I can see why they think the police are like corrupt and dangerous, based on my visit. It's weird, it's almost like a different culture, you know what I mean?
You should be able to finish that energy drink in 3 hours.
Yeah, hour and a half. I'm not gonna stay here for 3 hours.
Yeah, hour and a half. Looks like a prison bus.
Just about to say the same. Emergency exits marked on the windows. Excuse me. Just about to ask.
They're a military base.
Yeah, seems like. leaving back for Finland.
Huh?
Leaving back for Finland.
Going back to Finland?
Yeah, Finland. Nordic countries.
Wow.
I was in Texas for 3 months. This guy paid for my vacation here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's definitely nice.
We got a thing like that. We pay vacation.
Huh?
We got a friend who paid vacation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely good. It's a little weird. When I came here, I'm gonna move over there. One moment, do you mind?
Yeah, that's fine.
When I came here, I didn't feel the effect of American culture was absolutely crazy. You know, when I lived in Finland, you could really like feel the state area. That's the reason I No. When I did that, it's count. I remember it was Stenko. Those happen consistently over here. Finland is really feel the state area. Everybody knows. And you can really get the sense of the state area. I think it was interesting, like how people get the truth on it. You always get a sense of the outcome. That's what happened. And a couple of my friends, when I talked to them about how I feel like the state takes care of me, they said, oh, that's not psychotic, you know what I mean? And I was like, why? I completely feel that. But when I'm over here, I understand how people would feel that. You would be psychotic to believe that the state takes care of you, that you don't have to do anything. Like in Finland, you get a social security of 1,100 euros a month. If you just pay, you will never work in the market. If you just go to the store and say, I'm not going to work, period, they give you that much. Yeah, you know what I mean. You do this to the pay. Over here, like medical bills, we bill the hospital like $1. Oh, yeah, it's very good. Bad. What I have to say is that people here, I understand why people like it. I don't need it. I didn't know what I said today, but the economy specifically are just what I would do, just what I would do. On things like raising the trees, like putting tariffs and stuff, you know, I don't agree with that. But on like the general idea of lowering taxation for corporations and people like this. Yeah, because they have the whole folks that can afford it, you live in the taxes that you don't have to pay. Yeah, it's taking away the benefit from the old people and they don't afford it. Those are the taxes that you don't do. Yeah, I can do that. But it's very rare. The only one is for the rich people that are their line. Yeah. And I don't think that's right. It's not right. You need to go to their line. I completely agree with that too. The only thing that's real in terms of policy is that we managed to do one thing which definitely lowers down employment, and that's to reduce unemployment. That's like the only thing that successfully lowers down employment is what I've said by various studies. Everything else, like immigration, pays taxes up to the rich, you know, but there's a lot of like very specifically lowering
Is this your lighter?
No, I think both of my lighter. would get the funding of the US military, and the US military would get the funding of NASA.
That's what I would like to see all around.
Yeah, because most people don't realize that with the money we spent on the war on terror globally, we could have terraformed, that is to turn the Earth like Mars and Venus and the Moon. That's like, can you believe that amount of money? It's like 700 billion for Mars alone. And the war on terror has been between $3 and $9 trillion. Like, you could have put the entire planet on a green energy for that. You know what I mean? No more oil.
Right.
Just weird things like that bother me about the superpower, you know what I mean? I understand having the need to defend yourself. I'm not saying that, but you know.
Yeah, but you have to defend yourself what you need. You know that now the government, the government is something.
Yeah. But the people have been nice overall.
Oh yeah.
People have been nice.
Oh yeah.
Texan hospitality has shown through.
Yeah, like the Hungary one, something that's not something like that. They're doing I come to say, well,
Mexico?
no, I come from a town called Korea. I don't know if you heard about the Yellowstone Festival.
Isn't it it's two 5-letter words with a lot of
Yeah,
things
it's
in it.
weird, like F-R-E-R. Queer. F-R-E-R.
Yeah. Okay, it doesn't say anything to me.
It's a fucking movie. Everybody knows each other. They all help each other out. And everything. They help the people out. Big band. Like in the house in the summer, people donate bands and stuff to us.
You know the Trump wall?
Oh yeah.
You've seen the one wall design with like a metal slate at the bottom of the top. I can climb that in 3 minutes with a rope. If like yeah, because just throw the rope over it and then grab it and tie it at the bottom and then climb up the rope and down.
Get the hole under
Yeah.
and go under there too.
Yeah, it's like
You know, it's wasting money. That's all I do.
more security guards at the border and it would be quite fine and it would increase employment.
But they said they're trying to get him out of it. They don't want him.
Yeah, but I still think there's probably going to be his second term. The U.S. is so fed up with the liberal system. It's a worldwide phenomenon. It's not that the Greens and everybody else is this off the floor. The Greens have been pushing too fast. They've been going too far, too fast by a long margin. Like, I have a lot of friends in the LGBT community, but I have to admit that they've been pushing too much. They have been doing too much of the blaming of the common folk and doing like pride parades and then attacking the straight pride parades and doing like things that don't like to say about a open community. And it's been bad for everybody.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely do.
Yeah. I used to say that I'm a uterus that's not on. And I have like connection with everything. And like understand the concept of raising a child. Uterus that's not on. But even that has become a little bit risky as the LGBT and I'm a little weird. You need to go back to work?
No, not true. I'm coming at 6 o'clock in the morning every day. It's a long day. I don't really get through.
It's been like 10 years since I had my last job in Finland. And I've been studying the entire time.
Oh, really?
I finished one of them and one of them is unpaid by the state. None of my studies pay.
nice talking to you, and you want to say bye back home.
Nice day at work.
Take care. And have a safe flight.
That was a nice conversation
Yeah.
with a local.
He's friendly.
Yeah. Accent was thicker than wood, but I managed to understand what he was talking about. Took me a while to grasp like the basics of what he was saying. But that's probably the way he felt about me, so we're all good. Managed to even put a compliment for Trump in there, which is weird.
You did, or
I did.
you did? Okay.
I don't usually credit the US president with much, but in this particular case, he really has managed to boost the economy by lowering the corporate tax while there's a high unemployment. If there was a low unemployment and he reduced the corporate tax, the US economy would have tanked, but with the low unemployment, it's basically the only way to go. Pretty much a lot of his other stuff has been pure garbage. Especially the breaking treaties like the anti-ballistic missile treaty and the intermediate range disarmament treaty, bringing the nuclear weapons back to Europe.
How far are we away from antimatter weapons?
Maybe 100 years, 50 to 100. Problem with antimatter weapons is that they are about 4 times more effective than hydrogen bombs. That's pretty effective for a weapon. But with current hydrogen technology, we could easily make a teraton bomb without any problems. And if we wanted to make it so that it explodes on our own soil and just pollutes the planet, we could make it like billions of teratons. You just require a lot of purified hydrogen and a tamper which is made from a fission bomb, and then you just explode it and you'll have an enormous fireball. I'd be more interested in direct energy shields than antimatter weapons.
Yeah.
Those shields are probably 10 years away from being complete in like Black Ops level, where they can actually like aim a laser at it and it'll deflect it, and then you can aim like a bullet at it and it will deflect it and so on. Maybe 10 years.
Do like Cyclops, you can touch it, or you can touch any object and turn it into a bomb.
Yeah.
Shoot. Just reverse all the missiles and stuff back at the people that send them.
Yeah. X-Men.
Yeah.
Still haven't seen the one with Sophie Turner in it. They said she was pretty bad. They completely and absolutely raped the ending to the Avengers series, though. Everybody turned out to be a Mary Sue waiting for the little lady who took over for everyone. You know what I mean?
What Avengers? The Endgame?
Yeah, the one with the buttless woman.
I don't know. I haven't seen Endgame.
Like the 2 last ones, Endgame, and I don't remember what the other one was
Infinity War.
called. Yeah, have you seen Infinity War?
Yeah, I have it.
With the lady that shows up in the beginning to save...
Oh,
No, Infinity War is a different one. I mean Captain Marvel.
no, I haven't seen that.
Okay, the Captain Marvel one was pretty atrocious. I watched like the first 10 minutes of it and I couldn't get myself convinced that I actually liked the lady enough for her to be in it. And when she said that last time they didn't have her on their side, and I was like, you know, you guys had like a double the amount of staff and there's like a new girl and you all go like, ooh, let me lick the coochie You know what I mean? I was like very disappointed. It was clearly one of those LGBT things where they have to stick a weird character in there. It was like the Harry Potter writers suddenly deciding that Dumbledore was gay. Or making that one fat kid.
Or Hagrid.
Yeah. making that one kid suddenly become a black kid. That was a pretty low blow. That was like atrocious. The guy had been on the show for every other movie except the last one, and he got arrested for growing a marijuana plant in his mother's house, and they recast him, and they made him into a black kid in the recasting. So the white kid throughout the entire story for the last movie turns into a black kid, and I'm like, what the hell are you thinking, guys? You couldn't recast him with somebody who looked similar, you know what I mean? It's like the actor for Dumbledore dying and suddenly being replaced by, like, you know, Whoopi Goldberg or something.
Guinan from Star Trek.
Yeah. It was that level of weird for me. I was like, I'm not impressed. We should have brought the CBD bottle with us, and I could have like put a little bit on my cigarettes out here, but we would have probably been in so much trouble with the popo. Or have one of those large CBD bags and start grinding it with scissors here. Hi guys!
Get my grinder.
Yeah. No, it's CBD, mon! They wouldn't have believed this.
It smells like the real thing.
Yeah. It gives you a great sense of warmth, comfort, peace, stability, and all those fancy things, but it doesn't give you the immediate sense of being yourself, which THC causes. It causes like an immediate flash of you being yourself, which is very weird.
So CBD dissociates you from yourself?
A little. It makes you less likely to defend your own interests, for example.
Over here they also call the police the fuzz. Have you heard that?
No?
They call them the fuzz.
Fawns? No.
Not fawns.
I know
fuzz.
fuzz.
Yeah.
I would have expected the fawns. You guys need to act good now, yeah? I could really see the police in the US being a mix of Indian and Russian, you know? Like huge, built-up, bulky guys like Russians with the voice of a tiny Indian man. I could really see that happening. Y'all are doing crime now, yeah? Put your, like, hand up, yeah?
He's like 7 foot, 300 pounds.
I can't even do that high squealy sound.
Built like a brick privy, they say in England.
Yeah. With the voice of a tiny Indian man. Yeah, man. You go and do the crime. That is bad. You do not know how bad it is. We cannot wholesale. Oh, nothing like your friendly neighborhood racism. I need a comb to comb my beard. I wonder if I have one with me. I think I have one. Yes, they are. They are. Comb from my beard.
Did that come with the backpack?
No. I got this backpack from one of the guys at the center.
Oh, the bag. Never mind. That's not your backpack.
Yeah.
That's the laptop bag.
Yeah.
Ow.
No matter how much you comb your beard with your fingers, it always has some tangles when you start combing it with like a comb. I want to look respectable for the security check. I hope I don't say anything stupid this time. now the beard is combed and cleaner.
You don't got any sticker burrs in it, do you?
No, that would have been good.
Try to comb them out.
Any of those in my clothing.
Or if you had tar in it, you try to comb tar out.
Yeah. So fluffy.
Have you ever smoked so much that you got tar in your beard?
A few times, yeah.
I also used to burn my hair when it was still flowing when I did the burning.
picture of me and you together?
Yeah, that would be good.
I'll ask somebody to take a millionaire homeless. Yeah, right. I'm just wishful thinking.
Yeah. Not much left to say, and I feel tired.
Yeah, well, before long trips, it's kind of draining, you know.
Your body starts to move and slowly adjust to being in a new environment even before you leave. Because it
You were
knows
getting
where
used to
you're
being
going.
over here, and now you got to change.
Yeah, I know. It's horrible. I wish I could have stayed here forever.
Is the culture over here friendlier than Finland?
Hard to say.
In different ways, I guess.
They have very different ways of expressing themselves. Finland's gotten a lot more hostile lately. If that hadn't happened, I would say friendlier, but I would say it's about 50-50. Still remember what my American ex's family said when I came over. They said they don't have a sauna, but they can take me behind the barn to be whipped. I was like, nice! Whipped like in sauna, and I was like, ah.
Did I tell you I had a German Shepherd before that died, and we buried him for a year, and then I dug him up?
No.
I wanted the skeleton. I didn't put it together, but I have his skull somewhere.
That's so weird. It's very much like you damn Satanist. A funny way to misunderstand the loved one. You damn cultist. Chaos cultist. Join us. Nah. It's a little warm in these clothing, but not as much as I expected. I'm content that I slept through most of the daytimes and was awake during the night. It would have been horrible to be up during the day.
Yeah. I thought you were staying on finish time, you know?
Yeah, nah. I was migrating to the American time, but it was definitely just to avoid the heat, you know what I mean?
Even the air conditioning, it was still hot inside?
No, but I would have gone outside to like smoke and like generally be outside, and we would have like gotten me so badly burned. I was initially out for a while, but I got fairly badly burned. It's hot in here.
Yeah.
My little alabaster skin gets burnt. I start looking like a foreigner. Nah. Still can't believe time flew by so fast.
When you got here, you recognized me before I recognized you.
Yeah.
I'm not really good at recognizing people I don't really know.
You were fairly obvious. You appeared much darker than you do in real life. You had like an aura of blackness around you, but you do like seem to have gotten lighter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty nice car. The red one.
Pickup.
Yeah.
F-150, that's my same one, but it's an STX, which is, I think, a model higher than mine.
Yeah. Looks a little ostentatious.
No. McLaren F1s are ostentatious.
No, that was ostentatious, man.
Or Celine S7s, those are pretty
Yeah.
fancy.
Formula One. That still sounds like a baby food company. Formula One. For your craving, baby. When I get back to Finland, it's gonna be around 10:30.
In the morning?
Yeah. And most of the people whom I'm interested in seeing arrive at the train station around 11:30 to 12:30, so I may have to wait for a little while. That pisses me off already. How sad I have to wait. But they will probably be there fairly soon. I will go to the bong shop first, then buy the tobacco, then see if anybody is standing at the usual corners. If not, I will probably go eat something or log into the center, probably go eat something, and then just stand at the corner until somebody shows up.
Are you going to convert all your dollars to euros, or are you going to save $1 for...
Nah, I'm gonna convert all my dollars. No point in saving them. The coins I can't convert, which reminds me, if I wanna do this. Which reminds me. There's a trash. It's too far. I'm gonna give you the coins because I'm not gonna use them. You can get like 50 cents or something. Let me go through all of these and pick out the American ones. Those, that one, and that one. The rest are Finnish coins. There we go. Don't know if you have any.
Can I have a Finnish coin? Thank you.
It looks golden, doesn't it? Very richy. Golden coins.
When I was a kid, we had a cereal. You get prizes in the cereal box.
Yeah.
And one was a Finnish coin.
Nice. There's a connection from your childhood. Now you are 75 cents in spare, richer. It's weird that you guys have 25-cent coins. We have 50 cent and 10 cent and 5 cent, I think, and 20 cent. Not 25 cent. 20 cent seems rounder for some reason.
In Britain, they used to have the farthing, which is worth less than a penny.
Yeah. That was probably when their currency was really valuable.
And they had alms, which was another one, I think.
Yeah. Alms for the poor. Baldur's Gate.
They did that in Robin Hood too, Disney's Robin Hood.
Yeah. Disney's Throbbing Wood. Real story. Undercover report. Throbbing Wood.
Since you're probably still on probation for Bring Forth, I could probably post the images.
Yeah, you can do that. You can also update the thread about us talking, but I don't think it's on Bring Forth. Can't remember. Yeah, you can post the rest of the convos and post like the last video of us conversing like this one.
It's in like 3 parts or something because I had to stop
Yeah.
it.
But you can edit it, it's no fuss. It's no fuss.
There's cigarettes that aren't burned all the way.
Yeah, I know. If I didn't have my own cigarettes and I had my bong with me, I would certainly go for those.
There was Simpsons where Homer said that he was like going to AA for alcohol and stuff, and he's like, one time he wanted a beer so bad he ate the dirt under the bleachers.
Like me scraping the rest of that dirt together in the little smoking box and putting it on fire and getting like a throat ache.
Yeah.
Did you note what time it was when you started that thing? Or is the time visible now?
10:17.
Okay. I'm gonna go in at around 11. That should be more than enough time to catch the plane.
Yeah. Was it B7?
Yeah, I think so.
They changed your airline too.
Yeah, I hope it's not a worse one. I hope no nut job does anything stupid on the plane. I really don't want to be delayed.
these seats are hard.
Yeah, and you have a lot of, let me put this politely, backpacks on you. No, but really, these are hard seats. I wouldn't be surprised if they hurt. You need a softer butt.
At least I'm not sitting on the pyramid they used to torture medieval times with.
Yeah. Eventually sinks deeper and deeper into you.
There's the tower, you can see it.
Yeah.
Air traffic controller, I heard, is one of the most stressful jobs.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Have you seen those cartoons where a cartoon character gets sucked into the engine and he goes through the pistons and
Yeah.
gets blown out the exhaust?
Turns into a pile of ash on the other side. Those are funny. Like the one where the duck's bill is on the back of his head.
Yeah.
Yes, there was one guy who had deformity like that.
you put your comb away?
Yeah.
Is that your last pack of cigarettes?
Yeah, I have this many remaining. I'm gonna need to buy a new one in Finland. Not gonna smoke on the airplane. Can you believe my psychiatrist in Finland told me, you have to remember you can't smuggle drugs to the US? Like in a serious tone. I was like, what? You know? Like, how stupid can they assume I am? Smuggling
You can't bring a rocket launcher above.
Yeah, that's exactly the level of stupidity. Remember, if you pull the emergency handle, the door will open. I'm like,
No, it won't.
no, not in flight.
Not in flight because the door's open inward.
Yeah. Won't open during flight, that much I know. Except in small aircraft. There was recently a case when a woman opened the rear side door of one of those very small airplanes and fell out and died. It was on the Finnish news.
If you try to open the plane, you're gonna get beat up by everybody.
Yeah. Have like a box cutter and go against the wall. A pair of thongs going like, why won't it work? You have no respect for air travel, Mr. Bond. Government Bond. I'm like all the other men. I mature like a government bond. What's the difference between a man and a government bond? The bond matures. Absolutely hilarious. That was an American Dad, one of those, the fish in the ball character. Kind of injures his back as soon as he arrives in his hotel room, and he just put the TV on in the advertisement channel, and he has to listen to it for like 3 days in a row. And when he gets back home, he just shouts at one of the guys, "Why don't you mature like a government bond?" And the other guys, "That was kind of funny." And he's like, "I've been thinking about it for a while."
He's like a German fish, isn't he?
Yeah.
I can't remember his name though.
Klaus.
Oh,
He used to be a ski jumper. Then the government put his body in the body of a goldfish. And they have an alien in the attic. That's like every small nation in Europe ever having their leader be put in a fish. You know what I mean? Germany being turned into a giant fish.
when I was a kid, I stepped on a catfish and its fin went through my foot.
Ow.
That hurt. It was in a boat.
Ow. You have a lot of weird stuff happening to you when you're a kid, but so do I, though. It's weird how many Americans have gotten into trouble for wearing the MAGA hat.
Oh yeah.
It's a little weird. Like people not letting them into coffee stores and such. It's a little weird. I mean, it's supposed to be the president, you know. I get being on the opposite side, but you know, civility, you know what I
Have you
mean?
seen that quote, "Make racism wrong again"?
No?
Because Trump's racist.
Oh yeah. But he's right about being the president that most improved the situation for black and Filipinos in 45 years. Lowest unemployment rates and such, but that doesn't change the fact that a lot of his opinions are racist. I don't consider racism to be wrong, but I do admit that he is a racist. I consider racism to be one of those things we need to like gently jab fun at, like Nazism, and go like instead of like taking it seriously, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wonder how much a ticket to San Antonio would have cost if there was like a train connection between Alaska and Siberia, and I took a train from Finland to San Antonio. I wonder how much it would cost. Probably a shit ton. You could easily make a connection, a land bridge between the Bering Straits. Then you could drive a car anywhere in the world except the North Pole and Greenland. And the islands, of course.
Are they still going to build that Estonia beer bridge?
Oh yeah, the beer IP. The intravenous alcoholic drip. Just don't get me started, man. You got me started. It's 13 billion in a country with a budget of 80 billion between a place that's like 40 miles away, connected by land if you go around 200 miles, and has like 15 ferries a day, a helicopter route and an airplane route. The helicopter can take you from the port to there in 45 minutes. And the ferry takes like 2-3 hours.
And Estonia's not paying for any of it.
Probably not.
But they're getting all the money, aren't they, for the alcohol sale?
Yeah, from the alcohol sale. And they have already made it clear that they will be one step ahead of us in drug liberalization. So when we move to liberalize CBD, they'll move to liberalize THC. When we move to THC, they'll move to acid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that the drug tourism flows in that direction. They've already stated it like semi-publicly. So we're basically subsidizing the poor nations for no benefit to ourselves.
If you guys just legalized everything, it'd be a step ahead of them.
Yeah, that's gonna happen, man. The reality is, we could build 4 very top of the line, highly capable nuclear power plants. We could build that. Or we could build 18,000 1 megawatt wind turbines. Or we could reduce the national debt by like 20%. There's like a lot of stuff we could do. We could build something on the order of 700 hospitals.
Where are they getting the money from to do this?
Government. Socialism, you know what I mean? The great mass production projects, that's the downside of socialism. The government people want like a great project in their name, so other generations will remember them, and they've chosen this one. They should just build 18,000 1 megawatt wind turbines and be done with it. There's a lot of space in the Gulf for that kind of development if they really wanted to do it. Or they could like mine for oil and natural resources in our country in a safe and ecological manner, but they're not doing that either. So the area in the north where they have the mine has now started to pollute the fish so bad that they're dying out in the sea. They have like weird lesions on them and shit, the exact same kind of stuff we always see around an unsafe mine site. Like I said, it's gonna happen. I don't like smoking through these because you have to like really pull air through this thing, and you never get like a coughing lungful, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never get like a sense that you smoke, like a sweat pouring down your face and going like, oh, you know what I mean? You just like smoke.
Well, you could get a filterless ones.
Nah. If I wanted a filterless one, I would just break this in half and then smoke without the filter. I don't like this system. I like the bong. You were saying?
My grandma smokes Lucky Strike, which is filterless.
Yeah.
She died of cancer, so. Well, that was from smoking. So does that mean there's cancer in my family and I might get it?
Yeah, it's possible. Cancer is mostly hereditary. Environmental reasons do play a factor, but it seems to be mostly hereditary. It seems to be some kind of immune disorder, because in a normal human body your immune system destroys the cancer.
Yeah.
And if you like take a long time of like cancer causing elements, like eat a lot of red meat for a long period of time, you should get like colon cancer. But your body should be able to remove it on its own. So when it doesn't do that, we like basically assume that there's something wrong with the body, because the immune system is compromised for some reason, like you don't defend yourself properly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And kind of like visible in your family history seems to be that attribute. So I would say it's possibly hereditary. With your diet, I would be mostly worried about liver cancer, pancreatic cancer, colon cancer, and maybe throat cancer. Pancreatic cancer has a huge death rate. 90% of people who get it die within 5 years.
What's one of the most painful ones?
It's a very painful one that can't be operated almost ever.
Have you heard of trigeminal neuralgia?
No.
That's supposed to be the most painful condition known to man. It's a nerve that runs down your head.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's electrified.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of suicides with people that have that.
I heard of a thing called a suicide headache, where it feels like your eyes are exploding. And I've heard of a thing called cluster headache, which is evidently one of the most painful conditions known to man.
Yeah.
Those are probably the ones I've heard about. How much longer?
It's 10:35. You want to stay till 11?
Yeah.
Let me see how long this recording is. 32 minutes. Yeah, we can go another 30.
Yeah. Last half an hour. Incredible. We have to do this again when time permits. Hopefully Loki will still be alive then.
Yeah.
He's a good dog. He's very gentle. He only growled at me once, huh?
He's an opportunist.
Yeah. Steals steaks from like high places when he gets the opportunity. I was scratching like his the area above his tail and pulling like the dead fur out of it while
yeah.
I was scratching, and I made like a ball this big from the fur. He was like going like and putting his legs against me. I was like, this is your last scratch, man, you gotta make the best of it.
He's funny.
Yeah. That's a very loud beep.
Do you remember that jackass where they were standing behind a jet engine and he was trying to walk?
I've seen that one in clips, but I've never seen the whole episode.
Nah, I haven't seen the whole one. I don't think.
Yeah.
And then they would throw up food up and they would like catch in the lake and they'd peg in.
Yeah. I think I need to take a diabetes test when I get back to Finland. I feel like my sugar level is all hugged up.
Do you feel really thirsty all the time?
No, but I do feel like I need to whiz all the time.
You need to go now?
I'm gonna go when I go inside. Not yet though. Even the flies bite over here.
Yeah. If you're swimming and wet, they bite even more.
Yeah. And the sticker bursts really weren't funny. They went nuts as I mowed the lawn. Never completed the lawn mowing though.
We have somebody coming out this weekend.
Yeah. Did do a little bit of housework here and there. For serious legal complications, call John Henry. That has been sticking in my mind.
If you're being sued and you want to countersue.
Yeah.
Wow, the people that are parked there have to walk a long way.
Yeah.
Unless there's a thing going under here or something.
Yeah, one of those sidewalks that moves on its own. That would be rad.
Some airports have those.
Yeah, some docks have those as well.
Some docks? What?
Docks, as in like harbors.
Oh, docks. Okay.
Dogs. Bark, bark! Going on the ground in wheels. I wonder what Loki would react like if you put those mittens on his feet. Would he do the shake thing and walk like... you know what
Walk
I mean?
on his front paws only.
Yeah.
Put his back feet in the air.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to throw your lighters away before you
Yeah.
get on the plane.
Yeah.
I don't know what they'll do about the cigarettes.
I think they'll allow those. Same guys going back and forth with the package. At least I got to talk with a local.
Yeah. If you knew the chiropractor was going to be kind of mediocre, would you have still gone?
I would have selected a different one now. I wouldn't recommend the joint place. I would select a different one.
It's weird because it comes with like really high reviews.
Yeah, they probably have like a weird customer base.
People that see them every week, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that have $200 a month to spend on a chiropractor.
Mm-hmm. They felt a little flaky to me. A little afraid, but it's better that they refuse to do the thing instead of risking.
Powerful payload of taurine, just what you need.
Mm-hmm.
Annie? Yes, sir. Ready? I am. How are you doing? Okay. Guy? Huh?
They call it pay dirt when you strike gold, don't they?
Yeah. That's the general feeling.
Have you seen the pictures where they show like a porn star and then they have her covered up and they say, don't look at her titties, are
Yeah.
temporary. They have one with Stalin and he says, but the gulag is forever.
Yeah. They had a protest in Europe or something where they made like a giant doll of the Warhammer God Emperor with the face of Trump.
Oh yeah.
It was like huge news. The God Emperor himself, Trump. He's clearly the God Emperor of Warhammer mythos, I have to say. He's exactly like that. Trump, the God Emperor. This is a fairly active airport. It's not a slow day.
Yeah.
There's like a departure every 5 to 10 minutes. It's not the most active I've seen, but it's definitely active. I was expecting a flight to Washington, but it's gonna be to Chicago and from there to Stockholm, so they're probably gonna cross the North Pole. First time I'm over the North Pole, you know what I mean?
Stockholm's not too far from Finland, is it?
No, it's very close. It's as close as Estonia on the other side of the pond. Finland's like supposed to be a lady with 2 arms, but Russia decapitated one of those arms, took it from themselves.
Oh.
And Stockholm is like on the left side of the country, and Estonia is at like the bottom of the country.
Is Estonia a tiny country?
Yeah. even tinier than us, which is saying something.
It's not like Rhode Island, it's only 20 miles across, is it?
Yeah. It's maybe the size of, I would say, Massachusetts, Dakota, either one of them. One of those inner states. I was unaware that the US had an actual program of creating rain in the central states where there's like a water shortage at the moment. They're trying to like manipulate the weather to create rain there, and it's a public program. It was mentioned in like a Finnish news article I read. Because the Russians are trying to generate rain to quell those forest fires, which are like 1 million hectares or something really weird. It's a large number. And they're trying to create rain by spreading silver iodine into the clouds. And they do that in the US as well in those drought areas, and it occasionally works very well.
Well, they call it salting or seeding the clouds.
Yeah, seeding the
Cloud
clouds.
seeding. Trash cans over there.
Yeah. Gonna leave it here for the time being. What time is it?
10:50?
10:50.
Yeah.
Last smoke.
We didn't show when these guys and everybody, because I told them I wanted to be here at 10 o'clock. He showed up at 10. The guys were at 10. We had some projects. We had a business that paid like $1,000. They sent us some of the steel or the aluminum. We got some of the aluminum on site. Ready to start fabricating. So what I told him, I said, do you really want the job or not? It's up to you. He said, yes, I want to be fired off the job. So I'm going to tell you what I want. I want you and the guys on the job every day, 8 o'clock, 7 days a week. So the job's done. He said, I said, I'm still going to talk to you guys. I told him I got something else. I would still like to show you the job. I still would like to have another kind of conflict.
Man, I really wish I had a joint.
Oh, what?
A joint? That would be so rad.
There's still a big thing of chocolate syrup, isn't there?
Yeah. There should also be some of that Hawardi cheese and the meat roast and stuff I bought, but you can have them all. I'm tempted to ask for the 150 like I spent at the start of the month to be reduced from the debt, but I don't want to do that. It doesn't feel righteous to me. Renegotiating a treaty like that, you know what I mean? Should have mentioned it then when we were talking about it the first time. Changing it now feels a little, you know, improper. your left arm, is it still numb?
No,
Okay.
it doesn't hurt at all.
It's good that the healing worked on both sides. Like that it worked on you and worked on me.
Yeah.
It's good to know that your like system is open and energetically active instead of like hiding away from the initiation, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give you a hug when I go. That's gonna be the only manly hug I give you short of arriving here. I don't remember if I gave you a hug when I arrived here. I think I did.
Is it inside of security where you can exchange your dollars for euros here?
Yep. Last smoke is almost done. This is about the end of my visit. Damn it! 3 months went by too fast. Should have been 6 months.
Well, when I scheduled you to come back, I did it like a couple days early just in case. Or I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What?
I did it so it was 90, like a day or two less than 90 days.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't risk running over.
Yeah. That's good. I think it was. I arrived here on something like the
6th.
Yeah, and I'm leaving on the 2nd, so that's like good foresight. I'm gonna walk with you all the way to the toilets and then I'm gonna hug you and go in.
All right.
If that's okay by you. Instead of hugging here and then walking there, you know what I mean? And then hugging again. I don't like, joke. I don't mind hugging you. You're nice. If I swung that way for real, I would have really hit on you. Some things in life aren't meant to be figured out. Hope you don't mind.
It would be weird.
It would be weird, but hope you don't mind the compliment. You seem like a stable, good guy. Any girl would be lucky to have your little babies.
How many kids can a man have in their life?
Trillions if you use sperm donation. So that's all.
You want to stop recording?
Yeah, let's stop recording. That's all, everybody. Bye.